Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk about the invalid traffic deduction. You may find that once you get started with Google AdSense that when you get all excited and you get ready for your payment and then you see that the payment that you've been sitting on all month, you've seen how it accrued, you have more than $100 in your account that you get to be paid because they won't pay you unless you've earned at least 100 bucks. You go and look and see that you actually have an invalid traffic deduction from your account before they pay you out. And that can be frightening because that's how I felt when it happened the first time to me. The first time that I got a payment through Google AdSense, there was, and you can see it up here on the screen, I'll zoom it in, a deduction. This wasn't the first payment, I just found one recently. And no, I didn't show you how much money it was because it doesn't matter how much money it was, and I'm not going to show you my checking account. But anyway, you see that it says invalid traffic, and that kind of freaked me out because, I have this worry about, people sending fraudulent traffic to my site on purpose to try to bounce me out of, the AdSense program, competition, or was there something that I had to worry about? Like, do I have bot traffic? And there are a lot of reasons actually I found about the invalid traffic deduction. And what that is that for various reasons, many of which Google will not tell you about because it has to do with their fraudulent traffic service, right? How they help make sure that advertisers are only paying for valid traffic and trying to make sure that people who are trying to game the system don't earn money from AdSense. They will deduct a certain portion if they find that any of that traffic was invalid, or in the event that the advertiser who maybe should have been paying Google for the clicks wasn't able to be charged for that amount. So like a credit card got denied, or their account, they didn't have money in it, or whatever. So when you see the invalid traffic deduction, that should warrant some investigation, especially if it is a large portion of your earnings for a given month. But what I find now from having had an AdSense account for several months and earning for several months, and also in talking with the seller who sold me these websites in the past, that is fairly common to have a small percentage, not big. I mean, sometimes it's only a handful of dollars, between $5 and $10 deducted in any given month for invalid traffic. And in the beginning, it freaked me out. Like, I was looking at my traffic and trying to figure out where it was coming from or why it was happening, and I couldn't figure it out. I don't have any idea where that traffic is coming from or why. And I've just sort of come to accept the fact that in any given month, a small percentage of the earnings through AdSense are going to be deducted before I get paid. And Google, you go to the support forum and look up, their policies on fraudulent traffic and all the rest, and they are kind of candid. They say, we're really not going to tell you what it is that we're looking for or why we're looking for it, because people will try and circumvent it, and people will try to get around it so that they can make money off fraudulent traffic. So we're not going to tell you what it is we're doing or why it is we're doing it, and too bad. So the sum of it is, if you see the invalid traffic deduction, and I would say as long as it's a small amount of your earnings, that you just don't worry about it. But if it is a large portion, I would say more than 10 or 20% of your earnings. I've never had it be more than 10% of my earnings. I mean, doing the math, it's usually 1 to 2% or less than that, sometimes less than 1%. But if you see it, either going up or it is a large amount, then I would start freaking out. I would be freaking out. I would be doing everything possible to try to figure it out, because I would not want to be risking my Google AdSense account. So anyway, if you see invalid traffic, don't freak out. Just know that when you get started with your AdSense account, you're probably going to see this in your payments. For me, it has happened consistently every month since I've been in the AdSense program. And if you are seeing this and you think that I'm wrong, and you think that I do have something wrong with my sites, and you know what it is, feel free to let me know in the comments, because I would love to hear it. And I'm sure that other people who have this problem or see this have this experience, they would love to know as well. But for now, it's kind of a mystery, and I don't know for sure whether or not it has anything to do with the traffic that goes to my site, or whether it has to do with the advertisers not paying their bills. No clue. If you don't, let me know in the comments. And as always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Thanks.